Hi, today I'm going to take you through a demo of Odet. Odet is a service catalog for organizations that are operating microservices at scale. There are plenty of benefits when you move to a microservice architecture, but as with anything software, there are always trade-offs involved. Some of these are travel knowledge. When your teams are small, it is very easy for them to share context between each other. But as you grow your headcount, it is very hard for the organization to democratize that context with the whole organization. And the burden keeps falling on the older folks, which leads to toil and burnout. Service ownership. There are crucial services running in production, but no one would know who owns them. If you want to do any development in them, you wouldn't know who to talk to. And even worse, if they go down, you wouldn't know who to call in emergencies. Devs being unaware of best practices. It is very hard in a microservice architecture to scale governance, primarily because of the autonomy that it provides. In that case, due to the delivery timelines, devs ship Snowflake services, and no one in the senior leadership or the architects would be aware of it. Onboarding will become a first class problem. Due to tribal knowledge and a bunch of such other issues, onboarding new hires will become a problem. You'll have to assign dedicated bandwidth from within your team to help them get their first commit up and running in and getting it deployed, which will lead to overall slower output. So now let's move on to the demo. As you can see, this is the audit screen. We have 3 services registered and there are a bunch of metadata around these services. And you can also see which teams own these services. If I just click on one, I can see clearly that there is an owner of the service. There is language, some tags to segregate the service, GitHub URLs, bunch of different links so that anyone can see the important and associated links with the service and standard outputs of the service. I'll explain what are standards and what do output mean here in a bit. Moving on to the teams. You can see what all different teams are registered in the organization and some metadata on those teams. So if you bring someone new, you can just give this team page to them and they will instantly know what all services do they own. And by going to the service page, they can get started on development and even know when there are issues in production. So to begin this demo, I'm gonna create a new team. I'm gonna call it insurance, and I'm gonna provide a Slack handle for that team. Let's call it insurance devs. Confirm, and I have created a new team. So you can see that there's a Slack channel information, and the team currently owns 0 services. You can see it's all empty here. So let's change that. Here we have our service. The way you onboard a service and associate it with a team is through a YAML file. I already have a YAML file. You can see that there is name of that YAML, URL, tags of that YAML file, and links of these services. I'm just gonna add the team name and I'm gonna put the team name that I just created. And I'm gonna commit. So when the CI will run, it will automatically upload my service YAML to the portal. So let's just look at the CI output as well. So we have a curl command here that will do an API call and upload the YAML file. As soon as this curl command runs, we will see that our service has been onboarded to Odet. Let's just wait for 2 seconds here, guys. Yeah, so our curl command has run. And now if I go to the Steam page, I'll see that there is a new service that is onboarded. And I can see that all the metadata that was supposed to come has come. And I'll see that there is a standard here. Okay, so now what is standard? Standard is basically to enforce governance on your services. To make it more clear, I'll create a new standard for you. So what my standard is going to do is going to apply on all services. And I want to make sure that my service, all the services has links, all the services has tags in their YAML, all the services has the language that the service is written in, and all the services have a small description. And I'm going to call this production readiness. And I'm going to give it a description, checks for production readiness in all services. And I'm going to hit confirm. Refresh the page, and I can now quickly see that one of my service is violating the standard. If I just click here, I'll be able to see what all services are meeting the standard and which service is violating the standard. So just to fix it, I can see that auto adjudicator service doesn't have language and description. So let me just quickly add that. I can just click on this GitHub URL, go and edit my service.yaml, just add description, and a language. And I'm going to commit. The CI pipeline will again run, and it's going to upload the latest YAML file to Odet. So let this run. Meanwhile, I'll just create another standard. So this time I do not want to apply the standard on all services. I want to apply it on just a few services. So let me just take like one tag, insurance. And I can see that there is only one service with this tag, which is fine because that is all I want. And I'm going to name this insurance checklist. Runs this checklist on all insurance services. And I'm going to create the standard. And I can see that only one service is here. It is meeting the standard. All's great. Now, if I go here, I can see that my curl command has run. Now all the standards are being passed, and the auto adjudicator is also now meeting the standard. So this was a demo of Odet. If you want to talk more about Odet, please send us an email to connect@shovel.company or check out our landing page, audit.cloud, to know more about Odet. Thank you.